12-gauge pump-action shotguns are among the most versatile, affordable firearms in existence. Changing out barrels, chokes, furniture, or even ammunition allows the humble 12-gauge pump-action shotgun to fill any number of roles. From delivering tremendous firepower at close range with a short cylinder barrel and buckshot, to reaching out to 200+ yards with a 1-ounce slug and a rifled barrel. If something can be done with a firearm, it can most likely be done with a shotgun. This is because of the design's durability, reliability, and its ability, most crucially, to run pretty much any type of ammunition that actually fits in its chamber. This means officers can use beanbag rounds, soldiers can run frag rounds, and civilians can run birdshot, buckshot, or even 1-ounce slugs, making their pump gun capable of hunting literally anything in North America. Now, among the countless pump-action shotguns available, one stands out as a perfect working man's gun, by striking the ideal balance between utility, quality, and affordability. Enter the Mossberg Model 500. Now wait, I know what you're thinking. Another damn Mossberg 500 review? Now what could this guy's video add to the hundreds of existing reviews? Well, hopefully perspective. See, I understand that pump-action shotguns aren't perfect. They can jam, their ammunition is heavy, bulky, and it's difficult to load these things under stress. Thus, understanding the limitations of the design are crucial to maximizing a shooter's ability with it. Because of this, when running a shotgun in either competition, training, or a more serious situation, your job as a shooter is twofold. Get rounds on target as quickly as possible, and keep the shotgun fed. Now, the second is surprisingly much more difficult than the first, and both of these aspects should be used as primary goalposts for determining if a shotgun is actually worth a damn. Now, since both of these standards are pretty broad and encompass so many sub-factors, I'll break down the aspects of the Mossberg 500's design that lend itself to being an ideal pump-action shotgun. Now we'll start with the first metric, putting rounds on target. Now, I'm not going to discuss accuracy or patterning, because that's entirely dependent on barrel, ammunition, and choke type. Instead, we'll talk about design ergonomics and how they play into pointability, which translates into getting on target faster. Now, the two major aspects of the Mossberg's design that play heavily into ergonomics are the safety and the receiver. The safety on the Mossberg is located on the tang of the receiver, aka the top rear portion just forward of the buttstock. It's located there so shooters running a traditional stock can actuate it with the firing hand's thumb without shifting their shooting grip. Now, it's very positive and easy to reach for shooters with hands of basically any size. But it does have one primary drawback. They'll have to shift their firing hand off the pistol grip to reach the safety. As for the receiver, it's made of aluminum, and that's a damn good thing. While it might sound better to have a shotgun made entirely of steel, the Mossberg's design wouldn't actually benefit from it. Unlike other pump-action shotguns whose bolts lock into the receiver, the Mossberg 500's bolt locks directly into the barrel itself, which by necessity is made of high-quality steel. This means the gun can stay lighter while keeping it nimble in the hands of a shooter. Additionally, this means if the gun suffers catastrophic damage, both major components, the bolt and the barrel, can be replaced without need of an FFL transfer, since the receiver is a serialized component. Now, as for the second goal, keeping it fed, several aspects play into this. Not just how easy it is to reload, but also how reliably it transfers ammunition from its magazine tube to the chamber, and how easy it is to single load rounds into an open gun, since doing so is critical to reloading a shotgun quickly. The Model 500 has a pretty standard sized ejection port, so hot loading rounds into the breech is fairly standard in terms of ease, but loading rounds into the magazine tube itself is a different story. The Mossberg 500's shell lifter stays in the up position on its own. This means shoving rounds into the mag tube is faster and easier than designs whose lifter springs back into position. And while this feature isn't unique to the Mossberg 500, it is the most well-proven, least expensive design to incorporate it. Additionally, the loading gate is very oversized, allowing shooters to top off their magazine without having to visually confirm its location. This is ideal in low or no light situations such as home defense, as well as competition where shooters usually don't have enough time to stop and visually load their shotgun. But my favorite feature of the Mossberg 500 is the extractor, or rather, well, both of them. Now, unlike its main competitor, the Mossberg 500 uses dual shell extractors that can be user replaced without special tools. Aside from being better for situations where repairs aren't available, like bug out or camping, the dual extractors rarely jump the rim on cheap ammo like other, more expensive shotguns. And if you're anything like me, you tend to not buy the most expensive plinking ammo available for your shotgun. This means cheaper training, which equates to becoming more proficient for less money. Now, overall, the Mossberg 500 is a great do-all tool. In many ways, it's like the AR-15, in that it can be configured into basically anything a shooter desires, with the only limiting factor being their wallet. But why should a shooter choose the Mossberg over, say, competing designs? Well, it's probably the least expensive, most well-proven, most durable shotgun on the market. One that incorporates dozens of great design features that should keep a gun with only the most minimal amounts of maintenance in service for decades to come. Now, while the Mossberg is often seen as a budget-friendly option for shooters in need of an ultra-durable, yet affordable pump-action shotgun, the gun is just as well made, if not better, than competing designs that often cost twice as much. Between its overbuilt action, dizzying array of aftermarket components, and virtually unparalleled versatility, the Mossberg 500 is the perfect do-anything gun. So if you're in the market for a pump-action gun with a traditional stock setup and need something that's overbuilt to hell at a price that won't torch your wallet, grab a Mossberg 500. It's not the prettiest gal on the block, but she'll do anything you ask of her with a smile on her face. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Burst Review.